Shout out to Hans Warm Hat. I like the dude's work. It is very true that the moon has not been able to be visible back in the day, but now it is. I totally agree with him on that, and I remember when I was a child that seeing the moon during the day, it was weird. It was something to point out, but now it's just normal. And I wanted to go ahead and say shout out to all of you who are watching and supporting. Maybe continue to grow and learn how to put love first so that we may live free and live within the truth. Now, somebody who likes to say that they're all about the truth is this guy that killed the MC is Tupac. Now, people know him as Cam B. I don't know how people address him now, but notice how he has his screen as black. I guess he wants the attention off of him. And he's pointing out right here that somebody can't spell. So he's picking on his commenters. I don't agree with that comment saying that he's unintelligent. You have to have some proof about that, have some backing up evidence. But yeah, people misspell things. I misspell things all the time in my comments.
Shout out to
and before I continue, I did want to say that I will, for the commenter who wanted me to make a video on Tupac, that is in the works. It is coming. It's just taking me a while because I'm learning some of my editing software. And I don't know, I want to produce good work. So that one's coming. It's just going to take it's going to take a while. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I got some other things coming. And back to what I was talking about. I want to point out how this guy that killed the MC, I'm just going to go ahead and say that because that's what he wants his name to be, a kill the MC. He wants you guys to think that these people are playing other people, which is true. People do get into disguises. But after my own research and doing my own thinking for myself, that's the key. You got to think for yourself. Is that it's not going on as bad as or as much as this guy is trying to make it out to be. Now, the way that he fools people is by latching on to some truth. For example, that Tupac is in disguise. And he is living as a killer MC. Okay? That is true. Now, if I'm wrong, I would love to learn that I'm wrong. But from what I see, it is completely true. And he is pointing out also the truth that Jurassic 5 is full of other people who have faked their death and disguised themselves. True. It is true that other celebrities, when they die, they fake. They're really what they're doing is faking their death and then disguising themselves as other people. It's true. I've studied it for myself. I've seen that people do it. However, this guy right here, Akil MC, is trying to make it seem like everybody's doing it, and that's simply not the case. Another thing that I like to point out is how he mixes in lies and he mixes in things that really aren't true. So if you notice while you watch his videos, he tries to say that this guy is this guy. Like he'll just put up a video and say, and he's been doing this since the beginning. He'll just put up a video and be like, all right, guys, I want to give a shout out to this commenter. Big ups to that. You got a good eye, good looks for you looking out for the truth. But I just want to go ahead and point out that you see this guy right here. You see Adam Sandler. Now look at Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is ta-da, Vin Deisel. And then the crowd goes crazy. And people go crazy in the comments. Oh man, you're putting out someone's truth. But look how let's actually stop for a second and think for ourselves. Now, when he was doing the Kill the MC and Tupac, and he was doing Mark 7 and all them people and Biggie. Okay, you were spot on with that. All right. There was a lot of evidence, a lot of things that were similar between the two that it was hard to say that they're not. All right. But with this guy, you're trying to say that Adam Sandler is Vin Diesel. Okay, this is when he mixes lies in with truth. Now, I don't know exactly what this guy's agenda is, but I know that he's not completely honest. He's not authentic. He is a character. This guy, Akil the MC, also known as Can Be, he is a character himself. And I don't know exactly what's going on, but from my experience, by looking at this channel and studying him and look at the way he talks and the way he carries himself, the way he presented himself to me, he tries very hard to be a likable person. He tries very hard to do what you guys want to see, because he has an agenda to manipulate people's minds, and he's trying to make people look stupid, basically. Now, one thing I like to point out is the ratio. Now look at his subscribers. He says he has almost 2.9 subscribers. That's almost 3,000 subscribers, and he has 1,000 views. I've been on YouTube for a long time, watching how people grow, and this is not common ratio. Usually, when somebody has about 3,000 subscribers and they put out look, this was one day ago. This is about Adam Sandler, and the title is Adam Sandler is ... How does this get views? Okay, he's some guy with the iPhone, right? That's what he tells you guys. He's just some guy with the iPhone who never shows his face, who has a black picture and doesn't want people to know what his name is. He said it was Can Be, and he ditched that name for some reason. Can Be was a cool name. Why would you? It rolls off the tongue very well. Why would you ditch that name for something else, for somebody else? So you're promoting the Kill the MC with your channel. All right, cool. So he has Adam Sandler. He has 1,000 views. Like, usually when somebody has 3,000 subscribers and they put out a video and it was only a day ago, they'll have like 90 views. They'll probably have 120 views, maybe even 300 views, depending on what the topic is. Okay, not 1,000. And it's only Adam Sandler is. Now, for my video, now look at my channel. Okay, my channel only has 90 subscribers, right? 89 right now, 88 about. Not everybody watches me. I don't know why so many people are subscribed to me if they don't watch me. But when I put out a video, I get about 20 views. I get about 10 views. I get about 5 views. And I have 90 subscribers. Now, when I put out a video about a Killer MC, when I didn't have many subscribers, I got about 1,000 on that, right? But still, the ratio, it makes sense, because it was about a Kill the MC. I had Tupac in there. I had the keywords, so people watched it and people clicked on it. And also, this guy promoted it, so that makes sense. But for the other things, it makes sense also because he didn't. It wasn't promoted. This guy didn't send people to it, and it wasn't about Tupac. People don't want to hear things about things that actually helped them. So the other views make sense. But this guy, it's only about Adam Sandler, and he's trying to say that he's Vin Diesel. Now, let's see what he has to say.
This is the same person. And, before you say, oh, there's no, okay, listen. What this tells me, first of all, he has the height. So Adam Sandler is listed at, I believe, 5'11". Vin Diesel is listed at 6 feet. So the height's there. They wear fake teeth, all that. What I saw of a picture of Adam Sandler was he was very muscular, and they like to hide that on Adam Sandler.
All right, so he's not speaking on really any evidence. He's just he says that they have the same height, but that doesn't prove that they're the same people. Now, when I think for myself, Adam Sandler is not Vin Diesel. These people, Vin Diesel and Adam Sandler, are two completely different people. How? Because how they act, their energy, their character. Okay, Adam Sandler is a super goofy, super he talks funny. He doesn't speak well. He doesn't have a deep voice. He is he's not muscular. He's not built like Vin Diesel. He doesn't even have a head like Vin Diesel. I mean, how could you even say that? And another thing is that
Sandler.
They do have some similarities. I can see why he would say that or why he would go with it.
They add prosthetics to that Jewish nose of his.
But look at this. That looks nothing like Adam Sandler. Not even in the eyes. Let's look at the nose. What about the nose? Let's look at the nose. And Vin Diesel doesn't have a body like that. Like, come on, dude. You guys need to, and look at this commenter down here. It says, yeah, Vin Diesel looks completely fabricated. This is how easily minds get manipulated, because you guys are just watching things on YouTube. You're looking at a black mirror, so your minds are getting boxed in, and you're allowing people to tell you things that aren't true, and you're just accepting as true because you won't do the research for yourself. You won't think for yourself. It is 2020. It's time to start thinking for yourself and to start actually connecting the dots for yourself. When you look at things like this, you stop for a second and go look at it for yourself. Now, I'm just looking at it here because I'm talking about this guy. I'm trying to raise consciousness over here and about other people that aren't trying to raise consciousness.
And what I mean by this is,
but let's look at his nose. Where's Adam Sandler's nose?
Shout out to Evan Mangolia.
Is that the only picture you have of Adam Sandler, dude?
They were.
So look, he has a far away picture of Adam Sandler.
Teeth,
where's the close up of Adam Sandler?
I saw a lot, all that.
Okay, you see that nose?
Prosthetics to that Jewish nose of his.
So prosthetics change the nose.
Very muscular.
Hold on.
And they like to.
Where's that nose?
And
all right, the nose is very clear right there, right?
The skin on.
Now, can I see the nose on Adam Sandler?
But yeah. And
how about you get this tells me? Hey, how about you get a good picture of Adam Sandler and get a close up of his nose and actually show what you're talking about instead of just talking? This is what we call propaganda, people. People out here trying to manipulate your minds, trying to tell you what is true,
sort of like
without giving any backing evidence.
It always sounds like Vin Diesel has a frog in his throat when he's talking.
They always don't even sound the same. It sounds like Adam Sandler doesn't sound like he has a frog in his throat. So what are you trying to say, dude?
And it's like
the voices aren't even there. Okay, now let me do my own research, because this is stupid. And y'all saw the like-dislike ratio. That's just trying to get you guys. That's trying to it's bait and switch. It's trying to get you guys to bait people who are looking for this type of things. And then the agenda is to make you look stupid. And the agenda is to keep you from looking at yourself and doing research for yourself. That's why he's trying to seem like the authority on it. He doesn't even ask people to do their own videos anymore. He was excited when he got me to do videos, right? He was excited when he got me to do videos, but he don't got nobody else doing videos for him. So now when you listen to him, he sounds a lot sadder. He sounds like there's a lot more work that he has to do. Because when I was working him, I was ready to put in work. But good thing I know how to protect myself. So let's listen to Vin Diesel.
These people, Vin, risk their lives to come see you here.
This does not remind me of, just look at the way he moves. Like when you guys are talking about people being the same people, there's got to be way more similarities to the people than just the face. Okay. And first of all, his face doesn't even look the same. His head is not even the same head. His arms, look at his arms, man. This is not, Adam Sandler doesn't have arms like that. And you can't tell me that it's a suit. That's a fat suit. Okay? Like, and another thing too is that you got to think about these people's daily lives. Think about how much Vin Diesel is in the public eye and how many Fast and the Furious movies he's done. And think about what all of Adam Sandler does. Like, you have to think, how is this possible? How are these people switching between each other throughout the years and playing each other? Like, that's got to be tough on the body for Adam Sandler to grow his muscles like that and then to not grow his muscles like that. And to, like, basically inflate his muscles and then deflate his muscles. To inflate his head and then deflate his head. Okay, think. Let's go on.
Thank you so much. And vice versa, by the way.
Doesn't have a smile.
Thanks for helping.
Doesn't have a smile like Adam Sandler.
Start doing that in public
doesn't
so
move
people
like
see
him.
you, because I feel like no one's going to do it.
Adam Sandler does not sit like that. He sits like a masculine man. Somebody who lifts weights, somebody who was a security guard, and somebody who plays a badass in action movies. Okay, his movements line up with the work that he does in his life.
It may catch on. I could do that. And I'm thinking about you guys because I belong to you guys.
You saw the way he said that? Belongs to you guys. You saw how his, let's go back. You saw how his mouth.
So this is nothing. I get stomped in the head for you guys.
You see how his mouth moves?
And, you know, sometimes people are a little off and they kick me in the jaw.
Look how he expresses himself.
And
Notice how he expresses himself.
Because I belong to you guys.
You see how he said you guys? Okay. Now some fruity stuff do go on in Hollywood. So that's not to be surprised. Now let's look at Adam Sandler. This is just a taste of what it looks like when you guys do research for yourself. Okay? Connect the dots for yourself. Use your own brain. Meditate. Stop looking at YouTube videos so much. Start making your own. And you need to, if you really about the truth, you need to keep on with that, trying to get people to do their own videos, because I give thanks for you. And I'm grateful for what you've done with me for encouraging to do my own videos. Okay. But I have eyes to see. So let's look at Adam Sandler and how he moves and how he expresses himself.
We're returning $2
It
billion
is not going to be the
auto
same.
policyholders.
Now, when it comes to Kill the MC and Tupac and Kill the MC, they express themselves basically the same. You can tell that it's a disguise. It's very obvious.
My guest tonight is an American treasure. He's been wearing...
Another one, too, if you guys want to see how the truth is with these people switching characters, go look at Dave, and Michael Jackson. It's a very simple search. Dave, Michael Jackson. Is so easy because Michael Jackson is very hard to hide.
Sweatpants on TV long before anybody was doing it. His excellent movie, Uncut Gems.
Yeah, they're always kind of around. But you go upstairs, do some homework.
All right, now look at him. He's a comedian, right? So you notice how his energy is more laid back. His voice sounds nothing like Vin Diesel. Okay, let's look at it.
So he can talk dirty.
Are you?
Yes.
Sounds nothing like Vin Diesel. Very chill. Very you can tell that he's a funny guy because what is the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to look for a certain word where he's prone to smiling. He's prone to laughing and smiling more than Vin Diesel.
Involved in these like Zooms or whatever?
A little bit. Not really. You know, it goes
Not
on.
really.
I hear it going on.
Very Jewish sounding.
Thing happened to me. I had it. When we first were doing the quarantine, they had spring break. So I would be in my spot, doing my thing. I was like,
Adam Sandler's mouth moves nothing like Vin Diesel. The way that he's using his words is nothing like Vin Diesel.
I was kind of left alone. Then all of a sudden, school started again for him, and I got one over there and one over there. I'm in the
look at that nose.
Of their school.
The nose can be pretty similar. All right, so that's where the foolishness starts, because people, another truth that he's exploiting right now and that he's abusing is that people around the world just look alike. There's only so many ways. Yes, we're all unique, so there's never going to really be anybody that looks exactly like you. But have you guys heard of doppelgangers? Go look up doppelgangers. Let's look up doppelgangers. Since I'm doing this, let's look up doppelgangers. Okay, now look at this. We don't even have to look at videos. We could just look at these images. See, these are all people who are not related and that look alike. You see this? Justin Timberlake looks like somebody from the past. This girl looks like Emma Watson. These guys are not related. These twin strangers, unrelated, identical people, they're not related, but they look very similar. All right? So people are going to have similarities to each other. All right? Like even this drummer and this guy, they look similar. That doesn't mean that they're the same. That doesn't mean that they are the same either. I mean, it doesn't mean that they're not the same either, because it is possible that people can play two different people. We have that technology. People have that capability to do that, but it's not happening the way, like, for example, I dare you guys to go meet a celebrity, right? I don't care who it is. Whoever Can Be is talking about, I dare you to go actually meet that person, talk to them. Now, you know, it's very possible to do. People do meet and greets. You can meet them. Celebrities are not hard to get to. And when you actually get to them, have the guts and have the courage to actually ask them about playing different people. Have the courage and have the audacity to ask them about how people switch characters like that. All right. And watch the response that you get. You're going to get very embarrassed. Now, I'm not saying that it's not true that people do switch characters, but I'm saying right now, if you go ask those people and you actually go talk to them, like imagine if you were friends with Adam Sandler and you ask him about being Vin Deisel. Think about the reaction you would get from him. You'll feel very embarrassed and very crazy for even asking him that question. He's going, you got to listen to yourself and listen to your emotions, okay?